What's up guys? This is going to be my 2024 in the bag. It is currently August. I've just come out of my sort of mid-year off season through winter. And I'm starting to get back into tournaments. This is what I've kind of figured out for myself so far. It's pretty similar to what it has been in previous years. This is just what I'm liking at the moment. Let's get into it. First things first, putters. The key to your game, you can't play well without putters. I am currently putting with Magma Takapus. I think these are medium hard. I'm not actually quite sure. They're quite stiff, quite tacky. They hold up great in wind because of the stability. I really like how Takapus feel as well. If you don't have a putting putter and you just want something that's pretty stock standard, consistent, yeah, Takapu is definitely a great option. I'm loving these at the moment. Next is throwing putters. I tend to classify a Kia as a throwing putter, so if you're wondering why it's not with my mid-ranges, that's why. I carry two Takapus to throw off the tee and for approach shots. This is the famous ace disc. Flippy Takapu, just gets up, turns over nicely, basically flies like a tui, but it's Takapu. That's why I love it. It's like one of a kind. I've never seen anyone else have a premium plastic version of this. I know some of the Magma ones beat in to be like this, but they're just not as good. This one's just better. This is just the best Takapu. And this is my more stable one. This is just a fresh yellow one. Nice and stiff plastic, first run, just nice and stable, reliable. I throw that for most of my up shots, if I'm being totally honest. If I need something a little bit more stable, I will pull out the Kia. This is a Platinum Kia. Super beefy, super reliable. I know exactly what this is gonna do. If I'm gonna throw forehands on an upshot, I'm gonna throw the Kia because I just don't need to worry about what angle I throw it on. It's always gonna come back. And I would call this an approach disc more than a mid-range, just because it sort of goes the same distance as these, or shorter actually, because it's so overstable. But yeah, great in the wind. Love me a Kia. Mid-ranges. I'm running light on mid-ranges at the moment. I only have 3, which is a bit odd. First of all, Waka Waka. That's got a picture of my brother on it. This is old, beaten, just classic Pewok. Throw it on highs, it'll flip right over. Yeah, nothing else to be said about it. That's what I use it for. Might not be the greatest mid-range in terms of, stability, but it's got its uses. Magma Kortuku. This is flippier of my 2 Kortukus at the moment. I love this for the woods. I don't need to throw it hard and it gets the distance that I need, and I just pop it on hyzer, pops up, turns over and holds it. Yeah, simple as that. Great in the wet as well. If it's raining on the course and I just need to be able to hold the disc, Magma plastic holds up super well. So yeah, that's my first Kortuku. My second one is this first run that I've had in the bag for quite a while. It's starting to get a little bit too straight for my liking. I can hammer it flat and just have it hold the whole way. It doesn't really get the same characteristic fade at the end. So I should probably switch out, not switch out, I should probably get another one in the bag. But I haven't gotten around to finding one that I like yet. But there'll probably be more Kortukus coming soon. But this is my baby at the moment. Next, Fairway Drivers. What have we got? 6 at the moment. 3 Pekka Pekkas and 3 others. Starting off with my slower ones. I have a Kristen Tatar Saint Pro. This is just nice for those hyzer flip to turnover shots. I can get this thing to move really far right because it's got so much glide and it's so flippy that once you get it turning, it just holds it and does not come back. And that, like if I need to get to a corner and it's really far right and I don't want to throw a forehand, I'll just throw this. yeah, it's just a really nice disc. Next is a T-Bird. This has been in my bag for probably 5 years at least. In and out for 5 years. Super beaten in. It's just gotten to the point where I can throw it on a little bit of hyzer, just pop up to flat, maybe turn a little bit, and just go straight most of the way. That's my main tunnel shot disc at the moment, because I find beaten Huias don't get the nice like straight push. They still are quite essy. Yeah, so I got a T-Bird in there. Platinum Huia. I don't really throw this much, but it's just in there if I want to throw that sort of Kortuku shot shape, but it's a little bit windy, or I just don't want to have to put in the effort. I just pull this out because it's a little bit quicker, so you don't have to throw it as hard. It's nice and easy to get it there, and it looks cool, more importantly. I love Platinum, look at it, beautiful. Onto my picker pickers. I have 3 at the moment. This one is my flippiest. I can throw this on hyzer and it'll still roll. This is my utility understable driver, I guess you could call it. Yeah, if I need to throw a roller from a difficult situation, it's this. If I need to throw, vertically on hyzer, soft and still have it flip up, it's this. Yeah, I don't really throw it that much, but when I do, it's a scramble shot. This is my middle picker. It's just a stock standard first run, a little bit beat in now. I'll throw this for distance rollers, but I don't really throw distance rollers. It's just a nice, easy, like I say, hyzer flip turnover disc. Just a good control driver, really. And my baby, mint picker. The most stable picker run that you will find is these first run mint ones, but they're a little bit hard to find. I have a few of them. I have a secret stash that no one knows about. Well, Jacko knows about. But this is just a really nice control driver. I can throw it on hyzer, pop up, turn, come back. Just has that little bit more integrity at the end than my other pickers, which is what I really like in this. Yeah, super reliable, quite consistent, and I like it. Distance drivers. I'll go with these 3 first. First up is this is the Platinum Taraiti Jackson Sullivan Tour Series. This is just if I need something a little bit more stable than that mint picker. Throw it flat, get the turn, and then it'll just have that nice characteristic fade of the Taraiti. Yeah, just a really good, if I need to put it in the fairway 115, 120 meters away, I'm reaching for that every time. Next are my Kortaris. This is a platinum one. It's not got a platinum stamp, but it's a platinum Kortari. It's just nice and stable. It's not the most stable, it's not the most flippy, it's just in the middle. Just really good for hyzers. That's all there is to them. Just good discs. They hit and stick wherever you throw them. Or if you want to skip, you can get a skip. Yeah, I like them. This is a first run Kortari. That's a black ink stamp on there. And this is my, I don't even know what to call it. It's a get out of jail disc because it's so overstable. If I'm throwing spike hyzers over the top or grenades or, I don't know, thumbers, even though I don't really throw them, I'll reach for this. Yeah, you're not getting this thing to turn. It's so stable. Yeah. Destroyers. I like destroyers. I have cut down my destroyer usage, believe it or not, recently, in favor of the Taraiti, because I can get most of the distance with a little bit more control. But if I'm going for max distance, or I need to push out to 125, 130 on hyzer, I'm reaching for a destroyer. These are ordered flippiest to most stable, flippiest here, most stable here. First of all, this is pink black rim with a white stamp. This is my flippiest one. Go-to distance driver for max distance shots, because I can throw it on hyzer hard and it'll pop right up and just hold the turn the whole way. Massive distance lines. It's got tons of glide. Only thing is it doesn't really hold up in wind, but the upside of it being a little bit flippy for a destroyer is that it's great for my forehand, because I can get it to pop up. So it's free distance really. This next one is the same thing that you might be able to see, maybe not. It's got a silver stamp. It's the same thing as that last one, just a little bit more stable. I'd have to throw this one just a tiny bit less hyzer to still get the turn. But mainly this and this, just in there for backups or practice rounds or whatever. Again, great for forehands, great for distance lines. And same thing with this, same color, just a green stamp. And this one's more stable again. Shout out Andrew Popham, got this one off him because it wasn't orange. And yeah, look at the pop top on those. Beautiful. Great for distance lines, same thing. This is the Pinky Destroyer, blue rim. This one is sort of my middle stability, but I'd still say it's on the flippier side. Because if I hammer it flat, I'm going to get it to turn all the way and then just get a little bit of fade. But this is what I would use if I need a max distance, like a hyzer flip, I guess you'd call it. I'll start it there, it'll pop up to flat and just ride that and then fade right at the end. Holds up a little bit better in the wind than the other ones. That is the key for this one. But it doesn't go quite as far. Last Halo Destroyer I have is this from the Southern Smash 2023. Yeah, this one's a bit flatter than the other Halo Destroyers. It's not as stable as these 1 year. The Kelvin Destroyers were really, really stable. It's not as stable as that. I can get a little bit of turn out of this and fade, but it's just stock Halo Destroyer. Lastly is this Frizzy for Lizzy Destroyer. This isn't actually mine, this is from my brother, but oh well, it's mine now. This is my most stable destroyer. It's not super beefy. If I throw it on hyzer, it'll stay on hyzer the whole way. If I throw it flat, it'll get just the tiniest bit of turn and then get the fade. But it's just stock hyzers with this thing are nice. Yeah, that's it. I do have a couple of other things from my bag that I want to share, just because I think it's important that if you're playing a course blind or you want to play at a higher level, sometimes these can be useful and they can save you shots, but they're definitely not necessary. First thing is a rangefinder. This one is just cheap knockoff rangefinder, nothing special. It just gives me a ballpark range. I know it's not going to be exactly right every time, but it's useful for when you're playing a course and you want to know your distances, especially if you haven't played it before. You may as well just get a rangefinder so you can go, okay, I know I have 90 meters in if I land here or whatever. It's also good for checking T signs, because sometimes T signs are wrong. So I would recommend having a rangefinder in the bag. One of the other things that is essential, you cannot live without, obviously towels. I quite like these microfiber ones, as you can see. I find they do the best job keeping everything dry, and have more than one towel in your bag. If you get caught in the rain during a tournament, one is just not going to cut it. You have to have minimum 3 would be my recommendation. And yeah, find the towels that you like as well, because some people don't like the microfiber. I don't know, I like them. Other thing is whale sack. I don't really use this unless it is very hot, just because I tend to not run that hot, so my hands don't get sweaty. I don't really tend to use this unless it is hot, so sort of upwards of 20-25 degrees Celsius. I'll pull out one of these bad boys. Shout out, you play disc golf as well. Last thing in the bag, minis. You gotta have at least one for a tournament. Even if you're like me, I don't like to mark my lies unless I have to, but you just gotta have one in the bag. I have 4 in here because I am a klutz sometimes and I forget them all the time. So yeah, have minis and have backup minis in case you leave one behind. That would be my tip for you. Yeah, also RPM now make these, look at these wee little minis. Kind of fly quite nice as well. Yeah, so go check them out. The bag that I'm currently using is, this is the Tahi Nui from RPM. Yeah, fits everything I need. It's got massive side pockets. I can fit all my jackets, all my bag covers, towels, everything. If you're looking just for a premium large bag, definitely go check that out. The other bag, I've forgotten the name of it, Tahiti, I think it is. The small bag from RPM. It will surprise you if you get one. The pockets on the sides aren't big, but the main compartment can fit as many as like an A series grip bag. Like, they're bigger than they look, honestly. You don't even really need the big bag unless you've got heaps of stuff that you need to put in your pockets, but not everyone has that. So I would say go check out those RPM bags. They come in unique colors that you don't really see with other brands. So yeah, that is it from me today. If you like this video, drop a like, please. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one.